particular expedition took place in Carlton County, Minnesota in October of 2008. This area has a history of sightings, a few of which actually took place in 2008. By coincidence or possibly even sheer luck, after Brian was doing his research, he found that he has friends of the family who actually live in this hotbed area. After speaking with them and gaining permission to use their land as an access point, Brian and Tim headed up to the area approximately a month and a half prior to the expedition. It was during that weekend scouting mission that we believe Brian and Tim recorded audio of bipedal footfalls into their campsite. After analyzing that audio, we decided to gear up and head up there for a full-blown expedition. The mission of this expedition was to try and replicate the exact scenario that led to Tim and Brian's possible encounter. However, this time around we will be prepared to document any creatures coming to the campsite using infrared surveillance equipment.
That's good. Go this way. Go more. That's good.
Up here we have a 850 NMIR Sony camera, approximately 75 feet from camp and about 15 feet up in the tree. And right here you're looking at a 940 IR floodlight, which will help the other cameras see into the campsite here.
The LEDs from this 850 camera emit a soft red glow during the nighttime, so in order to overcome that, we will be triggering the 940 and this 850 camera from inside the tent via a switch. This is actual surveillance footage from the first night of the expedition, where we were doing some last minute testing before we retired for the night. You'll see Brian there walking behind the campfire. That distance measured out to be 99.5 feet. At the end of the clip, you'll also see Brian climb inside the tent. We placed the tent in the exact same spot Tim and Brian had it on their scouting mission. Brian lay awake at 2:30 a.m. when the second set of footfalls came into the campsite, and he said that he thought they walked about 5-6 feet in front of the tent, and that is why we focused the camera on this particular area.
I'm just tacking down this cable so I don't trip on it.
Tim's setting up his little surveillance microphone units here. We got one right there, one here on the edge of the tent, another one over here. This will be running into his digital mixer box that you see right there.
Our nights consisted of sitting around the campfire, having casual conversation and trying to draw attention to ourselves. And then every night between 9 and 10 p.m. we would walk out to the power lines and proceed to do some yells and some knocks. Instead of knocking on trees, we actually rapped on one of the steel power line structures. This sound was awesome and reverberated for miles around. We hoped that anything in the area would have to come and check out what was making these obnoxious noises. up around 11 a.m. or noonish, and our days mostly consisted of lots of walking and scouting. And we probably walked a good 15 miles during the 4-day expedition, as well as logging many miles on the ATVs scouting the snowmobile trails. The terrain in this area was really rather quite diverse. We encountered tamarack swamp, as you can see us walking through here. Also lots of hardwoods and wet, boggy areas with low-lying marsh. We also came across lots of pockets of scrub brush. While conducting field operations, we oftentimes come across tree abnormalities that many people associate with Bigfoot activity. We always take the extra time and investigate more closely to look for alternative causes. Here you'll see two examples caused by Mother Nature herself.
Pretty evident that it was caused by this large tree right here.
What looks from the side is like it's broken over and twisted. It's actually just the way that it's splintered. So when you're investigating tree breaks and tree twists,
we also like to have a little fun
from
time to time.
Hi folks, Wildman from the Squatch Inc forums here. I'm going to give you a little technique on how to find your third party if you're lost. It's kind of an important situation in case you're in a group and somebody gets separated. And I'll just do it for you. Hey, yo, Brian! Hey, okay. And that's how you find your party member if he's lost.
Here you see Wildman experimenting with what we call a robo-monkey. Object here is to entice a Sasquatch into the area with one of its own.
Robo-monkey's role is dual purpose. While he serves as an attractant, he also harbors a game camera shoved into his midsection in order to take photo images of anything that may cross his path.
Alright, it's Sunday. Back out here checking robo-monkey. Says there's 6 images on there. I think might have set off a couple when we set it up, but we're gonna leave him like he is right now and set up some more bait. Got some liver, some cabbage, onion, garlic, and he's gonna sit out here for one more night. We'll come back and get him in the morning.
This is exactly what the big bog is like up north. Runs for 40 miles. Islands, some islands on there.
We're out here right now on the power lines. Just kind of looking around. You can see a great distance back here. Got a shot of robo-monkey right there. There's Shotley Brook coming up on the ATV.
Although no concrete evidence of Bigfoot activity was found on this expedition, we were able to fine-tune our nighttime surveillance camera operations. We also got a very good feel for this particular section of Carlton County. This will aid us greatly as we plan to return here in the very near future. The complete report of this expedition can be found at minnesotabigfoot.com. Thanks for watching.